Hello and welcome back. I love reading mangas for two reasons in particular. Number one, I do not have the patience to wait for a new season or a new episode of an anime that I'm really into. And number two, I want to see the works of the artists in their truest form, purest form. Hence why I read manga. What I also like to do is make random posters in my free time. So I thought, why not combine those two together and make a poster that looks like a manga panel. So I went through my catalog of mangas to look for inspiration, and honestly it was overwhelming. There were many different styles of mangas. Some use less text, others use more text. For some it's a good combination of text and images. For others there are no text required. Some inflict actual horror, others inflict psychological horror. The options are endless. But one thing that most manga pages have in common is that they have a story. I don't know if this manga is really mainstream, but it holds a special place in my heart. And it's a manga called Crows or Karas. And it's a manga by Takahashi Hiroshi. I'm going to be using this manga, his style of writing, his style of drawing, as a reference in my project. And let's just get started. Quick side note, you may have noticed that the display is square. I'm just trying a new style of recording. I like this crop look a bit more. That way you don't have to see my entire messy room. So let me know what you think. If this is fun, I'll continue doing this. If you feel like the video is a bit too cropped, then I will go back to 16:9 settings and also clean my room. So for people like me who cannot really draw mangas, we will try our best to use Photoshop to convert pictures into images. But before that, what we have to work on first is the story. And what I thought I would do is I would first start with the live adaptation. And so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record a small video, maybe 10-20 seconds. And then using that video as reference, we're going to create our manga. So enjoy. Sometimes I wonder what my struggles are for. Why am I spending hours working on a video, setting up camera, ensuring good audio, good lighting? Why do multiple takes? Why struggle when I'm not successful? Heck, I don't even earn money at this point. And then I remember, if I was 30 failures away from my goal, how fast would I want to fail? Alright, some corny stuff in there, but gets the job done, I guess. Anyways, the next step is taking snapshots. Now obviously a single page cannot fit many panels, so we're going to pick and choose. I'm working here with like 6 to 7 panels of images and text, and that's what I'm working with. The setting that I'm using to achieve a more of an artistic look is to go to filter and then torn edges, and just work around with like black and white adjustment levels and like levels adjustment. You can also just use noise and threshold to get like a very texturized, grungy drawing look, but here I want like more clarity. Naturally, all of this will be done in a white background, and the most important thing is the border around each image. So that's exactly what I do here. I set up my borders and then I put my pictures inside, and the next step is adding the text. I will also try to add sound effect text wherever possible, but I'm not sure. I mean, writing a manga is a big deal. We already have our story. It's like a motivational story of sorts. I'm just going to add a few details. The font that I'll be using here, it has to be very readable without sans. So I'm just using Helvetica here. It's like a free version of Helvetica that you can download. What I like to do is I like to add textures in all of my posters. It's just a fun habit. A little bit of paper texture here at the back, and then I'm going to add some grunge, some worn out effects, because the author that I'm basing my works on, he also does a lot of these grunge retro style manga, so that's what we're working with here. And this is how the final product turned out to be. I mean, I think it looks pretty neat. I'm satisfied. There are a few things that I would probably change. The most important thing is the next time I do this challenge again, I want to use my own drawings instead of pictures. Just so you know, I'm like really bad at drawing, but we could give it a shot. Another thing that I would improve upon is like use a lot of lines. I will post a picture here again of the manga that I was using as reference, and you will see like all of these lines that the author uses to sort of, I don't know what he uses them for, but they just make sense. So yeah, that's something that's missing in my poster, but I thought it had like a lot of texture on its own, so I didn't really focus on those lines, but maybe we could add those next time. But yeah, anyways, that was my small project. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any more suggestions for future videos, again, feel free to leave them. I will try them. Again, I'm not like a professional design student or anything like that. I'm just doing this as like a creative hobby. Just a quick side note before I end the video. My last video actually did really well. I went from like 33 views to, I don't know, it's like around 600 right now at the time of recording this. So thank you to everybody who watched the video, who subscribed, who commented. Your support means a lot, and I will be posting more often, doing these goofy challenges, especially around like posters, designs, and art. So if you like those kinds of things, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.